left it all unsaid when you set me free. Just force a smile and let me be. Such a pretty wreck. Can you say something? Nothing. Expected nothing less. Same situation, hesitation. Man, you're such a mess. I've got a bad feeling about this. My heart can't handle one more hit. Hello now. Hello now. I've got a bad feeling about this. Try to erase it. I'm trying to replace it. I'm bitter and broken. My heart is a wasteland. I'm trying to sedate it. Good evening, everybody. Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Jen. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Look, it's Jenny on the show. Hello, Jenny, all the way from Texas.
Hello.
Jenny is actually the lead singer of our next week's guest, Saving Jackie.
Nice.
In which tonight our musical entertainment is focused around Saving Jackie to get everybody pumped up for next Wednesday's show.
Sweet.
Right? Right?
Very sweet.
They're all the way from Texas, and they're like a rock, metal, rap
Nice
group. Yeah, so they got this unique sound, and I tell you, Jenny, she's got one heck of a voice on her, and I love the way how the band performs in itself. I've been trying to get this band on my show for a while, and finally got them on. So hello, Jenny. It's good to see you. Hope you're having a great evening. What's up, Scott?
Hi, Scott.
How are you doing?
Scott Tiberius.
Well, you're very welcome. I just only speak the truth around here. Very rarely do I white lie. So how was your week? Did you have a good week?
So far, it's been pretty good. I can't complain. This next week, it's going to get really, really, really cold. So I'm trying to enjoy the sunshine that we're having with the nice temps we're having right now.
I had a decent week myself. I'm starting to feel, Jen, like I'm starting not like I don't belong in any certain place. Everybody's known that I've been going to trying a new church out. I've been kind of like being called to get out there and start fellowship a little bit more with people, trying to meet people and to interact with folks and try to get over some of this anxiety that I have when it comes to being in public with people. And I've been volunteering at the church. It's what I've been doing, which I find that very rewarding just in itself, greeting people to come in,
Right.
But I got to thinking about it this week, and I thought, man, how much responsibility is that on my shoulders? If you think about it, you're greeting people into a building or a facility or a institution, and you're kind of like giving them the thumbs up on whatever they're doing, right? And you're
right.
bringing these people in. You're like putting your own. I feel like I'm putting my own personal stamp of approval. And I'm kind of getting at a crossroads with this place now. I'm trying. I told like last week we talked a little bit, and I told you that sometimes I feel like I self-sabotage.
Yeah.
So
Excuse me.
I'm trying to keep myself back a little bit and not do that. I'm trying not to overthink or try to place judgment, but I was doing my greeter is what I'm doing. I'm doing that whole thing, and some homeless lady comes in. She had to be in probably in her probably mid 40s, early 50 maybe, but she came into the church, and I'm greeting people, and she walks in, and then all of a sudden it was like almost all the greeters come swarming around her, like hovering around her, and she was kind of standing in the middle, and she was asking them about, is there any place where you guys have any food, or is
Right.
there any donations that I could get from you guys, this and that. And they were just turning her down. And now keep in mind, there is a food type of
I
situation
know.
they have there.
I've seen
And
the
they
pictures
were
of it.
they were offering her donuts and stuff like that. You could take a few donuts if you like at home with you, blah blah blah. But to me, that kind of, as I was sitting here watching, it kind of fell flat for me a little bit.
Yeah.
You guys are carrying. I'm trying not to be judgmental. I'm really trying really hard not to be. And it's a struggle for me at times, and I'm trying my best as part of my New Year's resolutions. I'm trying not to place too much judgment, but I think there should be a standard, and I think a church should be that standard for a neighborhood, or for the people themselves. A church is supposed to be for the people. My
If
opinion.
if anybody's going to be, it's my opinion as well, even though I'm not a church goer. I would think that it's usually the church that people go to, because that's their outreach programs are usually the ones that are meant for the homeless folks and displaced folks and things of that nature. So I would think that that would be the place that someone would go to.
It
But
just had a very strange feel for me as I'm sitting here looking, and then as she's talking, they're saying, "Well, we don't really have anything that you can take home outside of donuts. There's no," and I get not all churches have food pantries.
right,
I
right.
get all that, but it just seems like there could have been more done for this lady. As I'm standing there and I'm watching
Well,
this,
my question is, why did they all why did they all surround her?
I never came to a conclusion of that. It just maybe I'll finish the story.
Okay.
So she's standing there talking there. She's asking for food. They don't have food that she can send home, but if you hang tight, we can see what we possibly can do, maybe. And it just seemed like they were being very passive with the situation. And, I guess part of me kind of gets it too a little bit, but for me, the church is the role model of the neighborhood. That the church is, for me, is where the standards should be set for a neighborhood. For me, this is where,
Right.
and the church is supposed to be for the people. It just seemed like to me that more could have been done, but wasn't, or they were. I don't understand quite why they have 3 services at this one location, 3 back-to-back services on Sundays. There's people donating. They get up stage and they talk about how blessed the church is because of some of the healthy donors that are there at this church. They have 2 different facilities, institutions. They have one in Kokomo and they have one in my town. So the church itself is well off. It just seemed kind of, for me, hard to sit there and watch and look and say, there's nothing more you guys could do except you're going to turn around. You're going to make her turn around and walk out
So it kind of just
empty handed.
fell really flat
And so I
for
stepped
you.
in. I stepped in. I felt the calling to just walk up to the lady, and I handed her some money. I was like, here's some money. Go buy yourself some food. Buy yourself a little bit of groceries. Do whatever you have to do with it. I don't. I really don't care. And
Right.
I just walked away and went back to my station. And then about 10 minutes later, one of the other greeters came up to me and wanted to shake my hand, and he goes, I appreciate you doing that, but I'm not sure why you would do that. I was like, what do you mean?
What do you mean? He's not
What
sure why.
what do you mean? Somebody was in need, and that's what we do, right? I mean, that's our roles, right? If you want, well, she's been. He said she's been coming there coming in for quite a while now, coming in and asking for stuff, but she never stays for church. So what we're trying to do is get her to stay at church, and then we'll give her the stuff that she needs. And I'm like, no, 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 that's not how it works, guys. That's not how I work.
No, that's you lost.
So
That's where you lost me.
if I
You
offend
lost
you
me.
guys, if I offend you all, if I offend you all by giving her money, I'm sorry, but this is not how I operate. These doors should be open, and there shouldn't be a stipulation where we're trying to get her to go into church. I know it's about saving souls. I get that, but that's not the way to go
It's
about it.
it's not necessarily about saving souls. It's about filling seats, and that's where you lose me. That's why I am who and what I am, because that's where they lost me. And it's always about putting butts in seats, and I can't stand that.
I maybe I'm built a different cloth, and maybe that's the case, and maybe that's why I have a struggle with the whole
I mean,
operation sometimes in certain churches. I reckon.
what do they gain? Oh, did we lose Sid? Oh, we get awkward Jen time. I hate awkward Jen time because I don't ever know what to say when he's not here.
Sorry about that. It just kicked me off.
There he is.
I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, this threw me off.
What do they gain by having her stay?
I mean,
That's what I
the gain is you want to save as many people as you can.
right. But does she?
But I don't think like that.
Yeah, I
I
don't.
personally don't think that way.
I just don't. I mean, if that's not what she's just there for some help. Maybe she's already saved. Maybe she
I mean, I
already.
don't personally know the story. I don't, but it just seemed like okay. This is not how I do things, guys. If I offend you guys here because I gave this lady money to go get herself food, I'm sorry, but this is not the way that I want to bring somebody in to church.
Yeah.
We should be leading by our actions. Period. If
It's not. It's
you
not supposed to
show
be
me
tit
where the
for.
leader side is.
It's not supposed to be tit for tat. If she came there for help, then surely they have some kind of program or something where they could help her.
And I get the fact that if it's a recurring thing that you know
I get that too. I get that
I
too.
get that part, but now you're starting to feel when you tell me that it feels like a sense of an entrapment, and you don't want to entrap anybody. You're not trying
Yeah.
to there's no stipulation in humanity. First of all, people are in need or people in need. I know reoccurring situations and you want to see people do better for themselves, but sometimes it just doesn't happen. But I figured as someone who goes to church, who does what I do, we got to be better than that. We have to be better than
Yeah.
we have to set a better example. I mean, there was an old story in the Bible where Jesus comes knocking on the door, but is disguised as a homeless person.
That's the story that this made me think of. That's
And
exactly the story that this made me think
what
of.
if that person you're letting in that who says that's not some sort of if you're into that kind of stuff, an angel that's sitting in testing this church, this facility, that congregation, and you're just trying to okay, well, we want you to stay for church and we want to see you get saved, but this whole coming back in and out all the time, you want to eat donuts freely and all this, or you need
Yeah.
food or money. We want you to get saved too. Look, that's not what she's there for. That's not what she's trying to do. We got to do better than that.
Well, I mean, and she might already be. She might
And
already
and,
be on that
and
path.
sadly, this is not just about the church. I've noticed here lately as well that there's been a lot of people in need lately.
Oh,
There's a
there's
lot of
so many
people with those
people in need.
fires in
There's
LA, and there's people on
lots
my
of
friends
people.
list that have reached out to me, and I shared it on my page, but they totally lost their home, they lost everything.
Mhm.
It's a young couple with a young child. They really need help. They kind of get back on their feet because they lost everything. So they need to kind of come up. Nobody wants to donate. It's like, have we as a society become so numb
Yeah.
to humanity itself, that we just don't care anymore?
Well, I hope not, but I fear that a lot of it has. A lot of people are, they're like, well, I'm not going to donate because we've got all these rich people and they should donate. And it's like, yeah, but I donated. Um, you notice I wear black craft cult clothes all the time, and he was doing a thing to raise money for the fires in California, and I bought a couple of shirts to where all the money went to the fires in California. And I'm by far not a wealthy person. I really didn't have it to donate, but I did because I wanted to help. It seems like the people that have the least always are willing to donate and help the most,
Because we know what it's like to do without.
because we know what it's like. And the people that have the most, just they have it because they never let go of it, I guess. I don't know. But there's a lot of people who are just like, I don't care. They just don't care. And I can't be that way, because I do care about my fellow humans. Even if I don't know them,
I
I
do
still
too,
care about
regardless
them.
of race, religion, belief, where they stand in their life. I'm about the human side of things at this point in my life.
I
We
mean,
we have, we
humans.
have to start setting an example. I'm at the age now with my little ones that I need to be setting examples
Mhm.
for my kids. So when my kids get older and they see what the stuff that I do, they're going to try and do the same thing as well.
But he makes a good point. A lot of them don't trust where the donations actually go, and that's a fair point. Where I donated, I can trust that Bobby will donate the money that he got. And fortunately, that was one that I could trust. But that is fair. A lot of people don't trust.
There's just a lot of scams about what
Yeah.
just the other day I think I read something about somebody used a Brad Pitt AI of him being in a hospital on like life support and wires, and his face was AI. I swear to you, talking to some chick, and ended up getting that person that was doing the AI of Brad Pitt ended up getting like 780,000 euros out of her life savings
Oh my
to
God.
save Brad Pitt's life.
Well, I think Brad Pitt has enough money to save his own damn life.
I think so. I
That's
think
just
so
my
too.
opinion.
I think so too. We're going to take a quick break, everybody. We're going to be playing some music for you tonight. Like I said, tonight's music entertainment is brought to you by Saving Jackie. And we're going to start kicking things off with their song, Breaking Doors, their official video. Go check them out here on Facebook, Saving Jackie. Stay right where you are.
More, I wanna climb. gonna stop. We're coming up to get ready on the floor. We're coming up to breaking all the freaking laws. We're calling all the shots, giving all we got. City junkie will never ever stop. We're coming up to get ready on the floor. We're coming up to breaking all the freaking laws. We're calling all the shots, giving all we got. City junkie will never ever stop. Break these
Welcome back,
That
dude.
was amazing.
She is she's definitely a performer, that's for sure. I like what let me find comments here. I like what Buddy said. I
Yeah.
have to kind of go with that. She reminds me of a female Rage Against the Machine. I
Yep.
love it. I dig
Yeah.
it too. I've been a fan of this band for a few years. I've been trying to get them on, just timing or just certain days just wasn't working out for us, whatever the reason may be. But I'm finally able to sit down, and Antonio, the drummer, and Jenny, the singer, are brother and sister. So they're the ones that
Ah,
started this band, and I like what I like what they're doing.
I like what they're doing too. I like it a lot.
She's full fire, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
But yeah, we got them coming on next Wednesday. We got another song coming up with them here later on as well to
Sweet.
kind of give you guys a little bit of a teaser of what's to come next week. Levi asked me a question here. Whatever
I see
happened to
that.
talking with heathens? Well, people left me high and dry. That's basically what happened with I'm trying to give you the best explanation as I possibly can without calling out any names or going too far into detail. That's not who I am. Just people took off, decided to do their own thing, and left me kind of high and dry. So I could stop continuing doing it. He said, "Did you find a different path, or have you always been?" I think I've always been a Christian. I think a part of me's always been a Christian, but I'm very open to the spiritual side of things. Whatever, I'm very intrigued by the Viking culture. Always have been. Always probably always will be. But yeah, I don't think I'm really I definitely searching for a new for a path. I think for sure. That's why I created this show. Reinventing. 'Cause I think in our lives, I think at some point, I think everything kind of gets done. We have to reinvent ourselves sometimes.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's just the nature of being a human.
And we both kind of hit our reprioritizing, reinvention thing kind of at the same time. I was on the old show towards the end, I wasn't on the Talking with Heathens, I don't think. I was on the whatever it was, whatever iteration that last part was.
Who knows anymore?
I don't know. But I
George,
was
if I'm not mistaken, I think Jenny. That's right. Jenny is
ah,
his wife. Jenny is his wife. Thank you, Levi. And no worries, man. People come, go all the time. That's what this show. That's all. What doing these shows is what it's all about. People come, people go. Some people stay. They view forever. Some people, I get new ones sometimes every week. George, I think this is his first time watching this week, so this is a new viewer as well. So
hi
welcome.
George.
So welcome to the show. But yeah, I think it's not. To back to Levi's question, I'm definitely 2024 was a lot of soul searching for me, but I think 2025 is going to be a lot of really coming into who or what I am to be doing in life, the rest of my life, whatever that divine connection or alignment, whatever that is in my life. I think it's going to come together. The picture is going to come to better for me in 25. And I think you're absolutely right, George. I think he says there is no church, that you ever find that is perfect. And that's the mentality that I think I'm trying to keep with this church, because there is a lot of good people in this church. It was just that situation really just
Yeah.
kind of like, okay, we can do better than this, guys. And these are leaders of the church. That's kind of like, you could do better though. You guys could do better.
Well, you seemed to blossom a little bit in this church, in this group of people. So I think, maybe just give him a little leniency.
I'm trying to
Maybe.
look past it. I try to look past it. But yes, I do feel like I have built some connections with some gentlemen at the church, and they're wanting me to come to their house, do a weekly Bible study, but they're kind of wanting me to kind of help usher that along a little bit. They're trying to stroke my ego. I'm not there. I'm just not there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of my beliefs that they probably won't like very much, and I get
Yeah.
it. I get it, because it disrupts the norm, and
Yeah.
I'm not there to disrupt the norm. I'm just there to do my thing, and I think I was put there for a reason. Maybe that reason was that last Sunday where I was there at the right time to hand this lady some money. It was
Yeah.
that divine intervention, whatever, however you want to look at it.
Maybe.
I don't know,
I don't know either.
but definitely to his question, I'm definitely trying to find the right path for me.
It's hard. I remember, I'm comfortable in the path that I'm on. The one that I'm in now suits me. But it took me a long time to get there. It took me a long, long time to get there.
And to all due respect to the guys, if that's what they're doing there, they have every right to
Yeah.
the fill me out. I'm filling them out as every week goes by. I'm filling this church out. There's a lot of things I like about it. Just some things that I'm a little bit unconventional. Maybe I'm not used to. When I go there, I'm 90% isolated majority of the time. Only time that I'm around people is when I'm doing ingredient, and then I'm sitting out. I'm not even in the church area. I'm out into the lobby, sitting at a table eating a donut and sipping on coffee and watching it on TV.
So you don't go into the congregation part?
Nobody really speaks to me, to be fair. I speak to a couple of people that I've kind of forced myself on to a little bit. It's just my nature,
Yeah.
If I see that you're uncomfortable, I'm going to make sure that you're not uncomfortable with me by the time I'm done with you. I'm going to be around you, making you like me. That's just me, I guess, though.
Well, are you still doing the sound system stuff?
No, that hasn't totally come. That wasn't to be talked about to somewhere in January.
Oh, okay.
But I also told them as well, though, that I just want to give us some time. Let me kind of work myself into this.
Gotcha.
I come from a very different background, and so to be fair, if I'm being completely bluntly honest, it's a little bit of shock and awe to me a little bit when it just is, and I'm trying to adjust myself to it a little bit as well. I'm not used to praise worship. I'm not used to watching people play the guitar, play music, and their hands are up. I'm not used to that. It's not that I have anything against it. It's just I'm not that type of guy.
I grew up in that, so
there's nothing wrong with it because you do it in
There's-
concerts.
nothing wrong with it, but I don't miss it.
I mean, we do it if we go to a rock concert, right? The same kind of same kind of thing kind of applies to that as well. But they're doing it for a different reason. But
yeah,
I'm just not used to it, and it's kind of a shock to my system because I've always been in the pagan community, so it's just a whole different.
It's a whole different ball game.
But there's a lot of similarities. I like this. Apostle Paul said we all run our own race, and that we do, and I'm seeing that more and more with myself. I have to go at this at my own pace. If I don't, I'll become very I'll withdraw myself from it all.
I was raised Southern Baptist, buddy, so we weren't Pentecostal, but oh boy, is right.
I was raised Pentecostal. I raised myself Pentecostal when I was a kid. My mom and dad never went to church, but I went to a Pentecostal church on my own, and that's wild.
We were Southern Evangelical Baptist, so we were.
That's where I've seen my very first. That's where I experienced my very first exorcisms. Was at the Pentecostal church that I was going to. I was part of like 4 or 5 of them at a young age. I was. Well, I loved the pastor of the church was female, and she treated me like I was her kid. So I was under her wing at all times. So when they was doing prayers and they was doing like exorcisms, I was right there. I've seen I don't know what I've seen. All I know is I've seen things that I cannot explain.
Like I've seen some shit, man.
I've seen some stuff that I cannot really give you a scientific explanation of why they were doing this.
There were no female pastors in our churches. No. None at all.
Levi says, keep doing what you feel is best for you and your family. I'm not Christian. I follow the Germanic gods, but we all have our own paths that feel right and bring us comfort. And that's what, at the end of the day, that's what it's about, right? It's whatever brings you comfort. Whatever brings you comfort, and that's where I come from with, and I think that's why I'll always stay neutral with what anybody believes in. I just stay neutral. It's what gives you comfort, what makes you happy, what allows you to sleep well at night. I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to judge you. Scott was raised Baptist. I'm judging that, and I'm just kidding.
Scott Tiberius Tuttle was raised Baptist.
But yeah, the Pentecostals, they're no joke. Now
they're no joke. They're no joke.
I have seen where they've done the snakes in church.
Woo! We didn't do that. We didn't have
that was like they try to get me up here doing that. I'm like, you guys are out. You're out of your mind.
I don't mind snakes, but I don't want to mess with the spicy
I'm not
snakes.
messing with no poisonous snakes. I'm not,
I'm not going to mess with the spicy noodles are not for me.
No, thank you. But I've also seen them where they run around the place, and they are a handful.
They are.
I respect our Constitution. So do I.
I do
so
too.
do I. So some more music for tonight. I got some more for you guys. I made a video. I just got kind of sitting around, and I felt all of a sudden inspired to make another video. So I made one. It's kind of like a tribute or a memorial to Chester Bennington, but I took the song "One More Light" and kind of reimagined it a bit and and worked my magic and recreated the song. It's more of an upbeat version. It's sitting about 2,300 views or so on the video itself right now, and I just came out with it just the other day. But I've got a little bit of slack. I got some hate mail over in my DMs over it a little bit because I took the song and I took a lot of liberties with the song, to be fair. But it was just like a reimagining of it, and I just took the song, reimagined it, and then made a video of it. And people thought I shouldn't have messed with it, and I should have left it alone, and should have kept it as a ballad. And that's fair. That's a fair assessment.
Yeah,
I can say that's fair. But I was having fun with the song, so I created a video for it and reimagined the song for One More Light. So I'm gonna be playing that for you guys right now, at this moment. So stay where you guys are at. Enjoy the video, and we'll be back here in a few minutes.
One more chair than you need, oh, and you're angry, and you should be. It's not fair. Just 'cause you can't see it doesn't mean it isn't there. If they say, who cares if one more light goes out in the sky of a million stars? It flickers, flickers, and flickers. Who cares when someone's time runs out? If a moment is all we are, oh, we're quicker, quicker. Who cares if one more light goes out? Well, I do. Well, I do. Who cares if one more light goes out in the sky of a million stars? It flickers, flickers, and flickers. Who cares when someone's time runs out? If a moment is all we are, oh, we're quicker, quicker. Who cares if one more light goes out? Well, I do. Well, I do.
In 2017, this song takes on a whole new meaning. The pain in his voice feels all too real now, and it's hard not to hear "Breaking the Habit" as a cry for help.
Who cares if one more light goes out? Well, I do. Who cares if one more light goes out? Well, I do. Who cares if one more light goes out? Well, I do. Who cares if one more light goes out? Well, I do.
The thing that I remember about Chester, my
Shut your mouth, shut the door when the light sits. Stop the field of the rush of the places. I wanna change more, I wanna climb. I won't be moving by the power of your name. I'm heading in, I'm protected for the war. These are coming at the sounds they do to do. As I see I'm winning, cause tonight I'm twinning. I'm a fire, that's all that I'm doing. He's a love, a protected by Christ. He's a power, he's everything, nation. I'll go crazy till the world I'm losing all.
Welcome back, everybody, to Reinventing with Jenn Sid.
I liked that remix.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
I got a little bit of slack for it, and I get it. I get it.
Well, people don't like it when you mess with Chester stuff.
I get it. It's touchy. It's touchy when you, especially when you're dealing with Chester and some of their great songs. But I just took it. I was like, you know what? I'm going to see what I can make this sound like, reimagining of the song, and put a little video and a tribute to him and see how it goes. And I enjoyed doing it, at least.
I liked it.
I liked it. I liked it too. I thought it was different. So we're going to be in close to the end of the show tonight. I got some things I got to do before it gets too late, but I have to do.
Okay.
But yeah, don't just say I have some things I have to do outside of the show tonight.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So we're doing the show a little bit
What are
earlier.
we doing?
Just cutting the show off a little bit earlier than we normally would do. Normally we'd sit on for an hour, but I'm cutting it off a little bit earlier tonight because I got a couple things I have to do with the kids before it gets too late, and I got to send them to bed. At the same
Gotcha.
time too as well. But I got to do this for the first before I send them to bed.
Gotcha.
Parenting stuff. Don't you just love it? But be sure to tune in next week, guys. We'll be back. Me and Jen will be back doing our thing with the band Saving Jackie as our musical guest next week. So if you enjoy what you heard tonight, we're going to play you one last song by them before we leave out of here. It's their song, It's Critical, and give you guys a little bit of taste of what's to come for next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Saving Jackie. Be sure to tune in right here. Until then, guys, be safe, be well, enjoy the rest of your week. We will catch you next Wednesday, everybody. See you soon.
Bye.